Hi, welcome. This is Kilodrums TV. I'm Tony Moore, special guest Jackie Barnes. We are at the home of drums, Mooloolaba Music, and this is a segment that we like to call Gear.
They're all just reaching for a piece of you.
Jackie, I am so impressed with the look of this kit. What the heck is it?
It is awesomeness is what it is. It's one of the most special kits I've seen in a long time. It's definitely one of the best kits in the store at the moment, if not the best.
It's like glowing.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. So, you know my connection with Tama. I've been a Tama artist for a long time.
Tell us about it though. How long? When did you start with Tama?
I've been an artist for them nearly 12 years, 11, 12 years. And, but not only that, my first kit was a Tama, so.
That was a Superstar?
No, it was a Grand, or what became a Grand Star, it was a Crest Star.
Crest Star.
So,
nice.
But it was a completely custom made kit. And you know how I feel about Japanese made Tamas, and that's what we've got here.
And this is probably one of the finest examples of their work, isn't it? Does
And,
it get any better
drum
than
making
this?
and drum. We put some new heads on this and kind of we're nerding out over the shell construction, and we both agreed that this is some of the finest craftsmanship we've ever seen.
Beautifully made drum shells, and we took a little bit of footage of the inside of a drum shell before, and we'll try and insert that somewhere. But just the way in which they lay up the drum, it's just perfection. And we often talk about the Germans and their perfection. This is flawless.
Yeah.
Like it really is.
And the hardware's gorgeous, suits the kit perfectly. You've been, every couple of minutes you're saying, I love the badge.
I do. I gotta come in and have a look at this really quick. I don't know if you can catch the light, but it's gold and it just reflects gold. It is such an amazing, it's probably the best drum badge that I've ever seen, and especially with these inlays, these little diamond timber inlays.
Yeah.
It's absolutely stunning.
And it's not a drilled, actual badge. It's like a little kind of painted on. They kind of just press them onto the shell. The little kind of decal almost sort of vibe.
Now, what's the outer ply? What's that veneer?
So this is a new finish for the Star. So this is the Star series.
Yep.
Which is Tama's flagship. It's their top end Japanese made.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Just beautiful. This is a new finish called Sunset Acacia, Australian Acacia Burst.
So the outside veneer is actually Australian Acacia?
Yes, which is, I think it's in the Blackwood family.
I don't know.
I think it is anyway.
I should know, I'm a cabinet maker.
But I believe it's part of the Blackwood family.
Yes, it is in the Blackwood family.
But Australian hardwood outer ply over a Bubinga shell. And then the inner ply, which if we do show that little footage of the inside of the shell, is actually cordia, which is one of my favorite looking woods. It's like, and Tama have used cordia for years.
They've got a lot of vertical grain running in these too. And like when we were doing the broadcast, that was one thing we noticed. It had a lot of presence because of the vertical grain.
Yeah, it just pops.
We get that off this. It's just lovely.
The finish, the inlay, the badge, the hardware, everything about this kit just oozes class.
Yeah. Even the little eyelet. Just
see
if you can see that eyelet in there. It's just, it's timber.
It's timber, yeah.
It's beautiful.
And they use the matching hardwood and...
I was looking at the lugs actually, and the Tama lugs I remember were actually, they would sit right against the shell, but I've noticed these are like a bridge system.
Yeah.
They're actually sitting off. And some of the technology here, talk us around the technology, Jackie.
So
what's going
on? Everything in the Star series, they wanted everything to kind of maximize resonance of the shell.
Yeah.
So everything down to the lug design, the Starcast mount has been changed and altered from the Star Classic version. So they've added a third point of contact. So you've got 3 points of contact there for stability and to maximize resonance of the shell. You've got the the toms all move. Like if you look at the floor tom in particular, they move.
Shaking, baby.
And that's because if you look at if you just zoom in on this little mount system here, you'll see that you can tighten it on as per normal, and then you've got this little quick release here, and you actually just not that quick. lift it off the drum there, and that becomes your memory lock.
Gotcha. So it's actually the position's already set on the arm,
and you can see the isolation in there. You've got your 3 points of contact with the Starcast mount.
Yep.
It's just a really great system. Like I use these on all my touring drums. they maximise the resonance. They have the same brackets on the floor toms.
Yep. And
the
I
leads.
noticed that when we were doing that, they just tune up so
They
quick.
tune up so quick,
Like-
and you know, and these drums are incredibly resonant. So
Yeah.
they ring on. They're designed to be, you know, a very long note. You know,
They're very open, and you were telling me before when I was just tapping them, you go, "Oh man, they sound so tympanic," is the
Tympanic,
word
yeah,
you use, yeah. And they actually do. But we've got a bit to the dark side tonight.
yeah.
What do we got on here?
One of my favourite heads, the Evans Onyx. So this is
Beautiful.
this is a 2-ply, so 2 7.5mm pliers.
Yep.
With a black coating. These are slightly more mellow and dark sounding to what comes standard on these. So
Yeah.
these come standard with coated ambassadors, which are a single ply. They're they kind of lend themselves to be tuned higher.
Yeah.
And they you know, they sit in that kind of jazz realm in the tuning.
Yeah.
Really nicely, but I found that I wanted to, you know, enhance that the lows of the Bubinga.
Yeah, and you definitely hear that.
And this is just one of my go-to heads for, you know, the style of music I like to play. I do own Bubinga drums, Japanese-made Bubinga drums, and I run Onyx heads on it.
And on the, what do we got on the bottom from factory?
From factory, it's a clear ambassador.
Yep. Nice.
So, and then on the snare, it would come with a coated ambassador. I've got a coated G1.
Now that
on
snare
here.
has been cracking.
It's unbelievable.
Like you guys will get to hear it in a minute, but like we every time Jackie just, you know, we're tuning it up and hitting it and stuff, we're like, oh my goodness, that snare drum.
Yeah.
I mean, it's actually a piece of art.
Yeah.
Maybe lift it up and show them the mech again. Some beautiful features on this drum.
So it's the Tama, I believe it's called the linear strainer. It's one of those strainers that's silent as you put it up. It doesn't like click into place. It's just
it's beautiful.
super smooth, really nice, really quiet.
Yeah.
You've got notched adjustability there.
Yep.
And not only that,
notched is good to stop.
it backing off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you're playing a drum, often any of these kinds of knobs they're actually just detuned. They go and drop down. So the notched ones actually hold it and lock it into a position.
Yeah. And then not only that, they've designed a really great matching butt plate.
And you get two.
And you get the double notch, so you can even your wires on the resonant head. A really great system. Other thing is, you know, you can actually take the butt plate and the strainer off.
Oh, quick release, isn't it?
Not on this side, but on the butt side you can.
Oh, yep.
It's a quick release.
Yep.
It's just a beautifully designed strainer.
they've
It's one of
gotta
my
be-
favorites.
They've got to be some of the best die-cast hoops on the planet,
Tama's
yeah?
die-cast hoops, they're my favorite.
Like they're
They're-
just looking at them, they're just
and they're on
really
all
well
the
made.
toms as well, and they just add that focus.
Yeah,
They're just
and obviously
they're part of the Tama sound.
they are.
People
yeah.
talk about, we were talking before about brands having a signature sound.
Yeah.
And for me, their die-cast hoops are part of that sound.
And the way the way you tune and play your Tama drums, it really now has been absorbed into your sound as well.
Yeah, yeah.
And even just the way you tune tune your drums and everything, it just
These
I
are
don't
a
know,
joy
just-
to tune up.
yeah.
Like,
to get your wires in the center of your drum is super important, because if your wires are running, let's say this is the bottom of your snare drum, and your wires pull off, or you keep cranking one side, your wires stretch this way, and you end up with the butt of the wires, this part here, sitting on the shell, and it busts through your head, but it also doesn't sound nice.
Yeah.
So having adjustment both sides
just get
is really a
even
sign of a
disbursement
quality
of the
shell.
sound, yeah.
Show us that badge again.
There you go.
I keep getting distracted by
And
it.
the
It's
inlay
so
and the
nice.
little wood, it's just little, it's
And the finish, the lacquer finish is just
just
beautiful.
phenomenal.
I
And the
think,
grain of the Acacia is gorgeous as well.
Everything about it is flawless. Like, I mean, I've looked over the kit. It is absolutely flawless.
Yeah, and then, you know, in terms of the construction, and going back to, you know, Tama wanting to make these extremely resonant shells.
Yep.
They're very thin shells, you know. So compared to the old, now discontinued Star Classic Bubinga shells, which are a thicker.
Now, they didn't have re-rings.
No, because they're a thicker shell. These are
Yep.
really thin. They're a 5mm thick shell.
Yep, so
Or
thin,
5mm thin
shell, low
thin
note.
shell that, you know,
Yep.
a thinner shell's gonna move.
Yep.
And these have a nice, decent size
Ring on 'em.
re-ring on them
Yeah.
to, you know, reinforce the shell. But they're extremely thin shells, so they are extremely resonant.
Yeah. And that, honestly, the whole kit is singing.
Yep.
The whole thing just comes alive. So
And Bubinga, you know, as a tone wood, it's dark, it's aggressive, but,
Yeah.
you know, unlike mahogany, which I find very mellow,
Yeah.
In the lows, Bubinga's really punchy and very aggressive sounding, which is probably why I like it so much.
Yes, beautiful.
Yeah. So you want to talk about the bass drum spurs and
let's have a look. Let's jump around.
Let's jump around the front. So, like with all of the components of the Star drums, they've designed everything from scratch.
Yep.
And they've come up with new designs just for this series, and the spurs are no different. So you've got a completely separate kind of section here. It's isolated. So
if I wiggle that.
Yeah. So you see the bass drum much like the floor tom leg, like the floor tom legs, they move. The tom mounts move. To maximise the resonance.
I'm pulling one off, not off, but I'm going to pull it up. No, I'm taking it off, mate. All the way.
You're taking it.
I am. I'm in. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
So it's actually, that flex means it's actually separate, so it's fully isolated.
Yeah, and that spike there is separate as well, so you can adjust the spike in and out.
Yeah, look at that.
Really cool design.
I like that, and I love these markings on here.
So you can get the equal
So you can
height.
match them up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Everything has kind of been designed.
Tells me it's the left.
Yeah.
I like that. Rocking that. That's awesome. If you take it off, make sure you put the washer back on, everybody. Yeah, mate, that's beautiful.
Remo fiber skin for the bass drum reso skin, which looks great.
Does. I love it. I mean, I was just looking at this before. It's like fire running across the shell.
Yep.
It's like got flames and.
Yep. And you look at the figuring of that Acacia, it just looks stunning.
Even these are Tama pieces. These tom arms.
Yep.
These are very cool.
Yep. The fast clamps, they're great.
Yeah. For positioning.
Rock solid.
Oh, I love it.
Everything about these kits is just.
It's top notch. It's a very beautiful kit. Can't wait for you guys to hear it. But before you hear it, what are these cymbals?
Okay, so I wanted to showcase some Australian cymbals.
Red!
Red.
I see red. I better put it the right way up. Otherwise it looks like Pedge.
Yeah.
These are Pedge Red Cymbals.
Red Cymbals.
Tell us about Red Cymbals.
So they're out of Melbourne. Dylan Redmond runs the company. He imports he gets these made to his spec in Turkey. So they're Turkish-made cymbals, Australian company.
Wow.
There's that classic Turkish sound. So that's the traditional series.
Yeah.
We've got a couple of different series on display here. Mm-hmm. They're beautiful cymbals, and I really like the work he's doing. Dylan runs these drum sheds around the country.
Yeah.
And he drives around and, out of his own time and pocket, sets up these drum hangs for drummers to get together, have a play, and it's all done for mental health.
Great.
Which is a really great initiative. I really love what he's doing there.
Yep.
I think it's really important in just not only in the music industry, but just in general, to be getting guys together to,
Sweet.
do stuff, hang and talk about mental health.
What do you reckon we try and get him on the phone? Let's do it. This is unplanned. Sorry, mate, if you get this and it's all, but we're just going to give you a call right now.
Let's hope I have his number. Yeah, I do.
Here we go. We're going to give you a call. It's probably daylight savings.
It's
We're filming. It's 9 o'clock.
It's really late.
We're going to do it anyway.
Hey Jackie, how are you?
Hey mate, how are you?
Yeah, not too bad. Just chilling out.
You're actually live on our TV on our filming.
Hey Dylan, it's Tony Moore here and Jackie Barnes from Killer Drums TV. How are you, buddy?
Good. How about yourself?
Good, mate. Hey, we're filming right now, and we thought rather than us talk about Red Cymbals, we'd give you a call and you can tell us a bit about what you're doing.
Oh, that's really cool of you to do that. Thank you.
Yeah, Jackie was just saying. Now I've been to a couple of your drum sheds as well, and Jackie was saying that a lot of those are to also support mental health and things like that. Tell us why that's important to you.
I reckon it's really important because it gets people together, it gets people doing something they love doing, and then inadvertently they sort of just talk about stuff that's on their mind, whether it's good, bad or otherwise. And I don't know, I reckon it's just really healthy. And I've noticed people just go away usually with a smile on their face because they've just beaten up someone else's drums and cymbals, which I don't mind. It's always good. And I don't know, I reckon it's, that sort of release that you get from playing the drums and, trying out new stuff and having a chat, chilling out. Sometimes we have pizza, so that always helps.
Nice, mate. We love food here too.
Yep.
It's good work that you're doing. I know a lot of people who have been to them, and they all come away saying what a great time they've had, and they're often talking about your cymbals. So you're making some good stuff, and you've got a good brand, Red Cymbals out of Victoria.
Yeah.
Where can people buy these?
Well, we've just opened up after COVID a shop front, so people can always come and visit us in Pakenham.
I saw your shop. I saw your shop down there. Yep.
Yeah, so it's in the southeast of Melbourne. But otherwise, they can buy them online or at
What's your website?
Oh, so the website, just if you wanted to go to the store, it's just redcymbalco.com. Or
we'll
for
put a
Australia,
link as well.
Yeah, we'll pop a link up and point. So we got on the kit today. We got a Tama kit here that Jackie's brought out. We've got some hybrid hats, hybrid crash, a hybrid ride in a desert, and I was looking at a traditional before, so we'll put some links up. But hey, look, thanks for taking the call. I thought it'd be really cool just to dump you in it off the deep end.
And we only realised as we were calling you that daylight savings has started.
Yeah. So. And then we went, yeah, let's do it anyway.
Let's do it anyway.
Well, if it was anyone else, I wouldn't have answered. Brian and Jackie, so yeah.
Oh, mate, we appreciate your time and really appreciate the work you're doing, and we love the cymbals, man. So we'll chat to you soon, brother.
Bless your heart and bless your work. Thanks, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Chat soon.
See ya. So there you go, guys. That's Dylan Redmond from Red Cymbals. So, hey, Jackie, I reckon all we got left is to
Do we want to do
have
some?
a listen. Let's talk about them quick.
Yeah. So we've got the hybrid series here, like a full set of hybrids, 15-inch hats.
Let's hear them quick.
20-inch crash and a 22-inch ride.
Yep. Now, hang on the ride, it's like a hammered and an unlathed. If
unlathed.
You can
So
just flip it up and see if they can have a look there.
You can see on top there.
Yeah.
So you can see the hybrid. It's kind of like that kind of you've got a few different.
Yeah. So with an unlathed bell, it's probably a bit more dry and dirty.
A bit more dry, a bit darker. Then you've got these little pops of brightness coming through. So I thought of all the 3 series that he sent, I just really liked how these sat with this kit.
I was going to say, because these heads on it also led it in that direction.
Yeah. And I think just the way I was feeling on this kit, these worked. And then I wanted something explosive on the side, and then this desert crash ride, which is a 22-inch crash ride, really wobbly and thin. So if you look at the texture on it, it's actually sandblasted.
Beautiful.
So that's a gorgeous cymbal.
Looks great too.
And I added my usual little bit of seasoning on there.
Seasoning. I love that. Just give that a hit. Let's have a listen to that. Really explosive, isn't it?
Explosive. And again, like with most of the Turkish stuff we've tried, we've found them really, big sounding from the playing perspective, but under the mics, they're actually surprisingly controlled. Let's try these hats. So top.
All right, so probably medium on the bottom.
Definitely a medium bottom,
thin top.
thinner top.
So yeah, that clearly nice and sweet. Yeah, that's nice. 15s, a little bit lower.
I love 15s. Once and anyone out there who hasn't used 15-inch hats, once you go there and once you try them, you'll never go back to 14s.
It's like having a classic car with little wheels on it. Don't do it. Big wheels.
Yeah, these are lovely. Crispy, but they've got a bit of darkness about them too. Then this 20-inch crash. The bell sounds great on that. Nice.
I actually really like how when it's unlathed, it's really dark.
It's mellow, but it's
present.
That's it.
I think this one, the traditional, that's a 20, is it?
Whoa. Just a slightly, and you can see what those unlathed bands, so to speak, do is they kind of dry out the sound a little. That kind of has I call it a wider spread of sound.
Yeah.
So
and you can see it build like.
Beautiful. Really beautiful sounding cymbal. And then the ride, it's very sweet.
Yeah, that's good.
Crashable. It's still crashable.
Yeah. I do like that dark bell.
Yeah.
It's great.
This series, the hybrid series, really spoke to me.
Yeah.
And I haven't.
What did it say, Jackie?
It said,
Buy me?
"Buy me now, please."
Buy me. These drums have been saying all night, take me home.
I know. Brian, my mate, is sitting over there looking at this snare. Brian.
It could be yours.
But, you know, for someone who, you know, I haven't ever really kind of played this style of cymbal, like a hybrid style with the different kind of bands.
Yeah.
I've never really played any myself. But, you know, these are, I would 100% take these out and happily play them. They're great cymbals. Yeah.
It's great, mate. There's only one thing left to do. I'm going to jump on the lounge. Give it your best shot.
With you.
Red Cymbals, Tama drums, Jackie Buns, everybody.
I didn't have to do my usual crazy ending because...
Mate,
yeah.
actually what I noticed is that it was a very musical composition. Like it really was. You'll play things different than you normally would.
Yeah, and I think it's also the setup. It's definitely a foreign setup to me.
Yeah,
having
extra tom.
Extra tom.
Yep.
You know, the cymbal
Cymbal
placed in a
different.
different place. I
really
do
enjoyed it.
normally run 2 floor toms, especially with Dad's band.
Yep.
With 1 rack, but I don't. You know, for the most part, I'm just 1 rack, 1 floor.
Yeah.
And that's kind of my kind of comfort zone. So I was a little out of my comfort zone there, having. But it changed the way I played.
Great,
it changed the way I played, changed the way I approached the drums.
How you finish,
these are beautiful, beautiful drums. Man, they sound good.
They do, and actually out the front, those heads sound really good.
They're a little more mellow to the player.
Yeah, but
out the front they're meaty and.
They sound great.
Yeah. And
do you tour? You tour with those? You play those live?
A lot, yeah. I go between. It depends on the kit I'm using live.
Yeah.
If I'm using my Star Classic Bubinga, I'll usually either use Onyx.
Yep.
Or a G2 coated.
Yep. Cool.
Even the UV2s.
So UV2, love those.
I love a 2-ply head.
Yeah.
For the rock stuff and the big venues and the arenas and the open air festivals.
Yeah.
When you're really hitting hard, just having that extra
give us
ply.
your favorite rock groove from your dad. Some one of his songs. What's the one you love to play every night? Okay, hang on quickly. For those who don't know, Jackie's dad is Jimmy Barnes, probably the most famous and greatest Australian songwriter and performer. And Jackie plays drums with his dad when he plays on tour. So
18 years I've been playing with him.
Yeah, 18 years. So man, that's even just playing 18 years with someone, that's incredible.
What's my favourite song of his to play? Probably Too Much Ain't Enough Love. It's not the most. It's not a rock song.
I'm going to take that tom off. Hang on.
Groovy.
Just so I don't confuse you. We're getting rid of this one. Oh, I don't need to do that.
Yeah, there you go.
Because it's quick. I'm just going to show you that lovely badge again. Woo! How's that working
now,
for you?
I normally have the ride.
No,
down
we're
here,
going to... Hang on. We have someone in the audience.
We
don't have an audience. But Jackie actually has a drum dude. A drum tech.
He's my drum tech.
And he's here. He happens to be here tonight. Come on up, drum tech.
Come on, man. Do some work.
You can't speak, but get that cymbal where it needs to go. Everyone, this is Brian. Woo! Don't say hi because you can't. Can you do a Brian impersonation?
Hey guys, my name's Brian.
Say it to the camera, Jackie. Come on, quick. The show's about to start.
Oh, that'll do, mate. Yeah.
Oh, rockin'.
There we go.
Brian, take a bow. Come on. Take a bow. Thank you. Awesome.
All right.
Let's hear it. Mate, rocking it.
Actually, that felt good. I might have to start doing the Ian.
Do it one more time.
That's like the Ian Pace thing.
Ah, awesome stuff, mate. Love it.
You're onto something. Now I can see why Neil Peart, all those guys run toms up here. That's the perfect place.
This is where special sauce. This is where the magic happens.
That's the magic
Yeah.
right there. Oh, and you
good.
can hear not much difference with having it,
Off
no
and
difference
on.
having it on the mount and.
Yeah, I reckon. I love it.
Yeah.
Too much, mate, and enough.
Too much and enough Bubinga.
And enough Bubinga. Awesome. Hey, guys, this has been Killer Drums TV, our beautiful segment called Gear. Special guest, Jackie Barnes. Want to thank Red Cymbals and Dylan. Thanks, mate. We'll put your tag up. Also, Tama Drums and Malula Bar Music. I'm Tony Moore. We will see you on the next one. Play us out, Jackie. See you later.
Oh man.
That was fun.